What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zoe Notice off DFS here to bring that NBA slate breakdown for the 5 game. Nice little small slate after having 13 games yesterday. We're going to go ahead and do the breakdown. Look over the slate, see if we can find some value. As always, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss any of the content putting out over here on the channel. And drop a like on the video if this video helps you guys win some money in any way, shape, or form. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the first video back. I know it was a little rusty. I definitely was stumbling over myself a little bit, but trying to get back into the swing of things and really get back dialed in regards to doing this. Breakdowns, like I said, was gone for 2 weeks, had to do something for work, but I am back into the driver's seat, still putting out content. If you guys are looking for the core, my prop plays and all that stuff, check the link down description below so you guys can check out the Dub Club. It is right there. You'll get DFS content or you can get prop content. You can pick which one you want in regards to the tiers, and all that stuff will be there for you guys. Looking at it yesterday, it was all right. I found a way to get Luka and Embiid into my line. Embiid was lower owned than what I thought he was, and then of course 76ers blew the brakes out of Washington. So a low owned Joel Embiid still dropped 60 plus fantasy points, was pretty good. And then also pairing that with Luka, I had the value right in regards to going with like Tari Eason. He dropped 44, I think, fantasy points, but outside of him, Isaiah Joe, that blowout in Utah really didn't help myself there with that. And then of course going with Josh Richardson, which really just freaking that killed me a ton. Josh Richardson with Caleb Martin back from Miami, it's just ridiculous, night and day how much better they are with him out there playing. It's amazing. But he really didn't do me any favors right there in that position. Killian Hayes just had a down game, even though shooting guards they have been killing in that spot in the matchup going up against the Pacers. And then Nick Richardson, he had a subpar regular game, so it wasn't nothing to write home about. So definitely could have did better in regards to the value yesterday, but live and learn. Hey, that's why it's DFS is pretty much every single day. So we're gonna get right back into the saddle and try to go ahead and nail this thing down for tonight's slate. Some other things I know going forward, I'm definitely gonna be trying to make sure I get the not the breakdowns, but the review of my DFS props out there for you guys daily. Definitely will start keeping track more of those today. Well, starting today, I'm going to keep track in regards to it and just keep the record to add it up at the end of the season. So you guys can definitely see that. So you guys know, when your boy's going hot, when your boy's going cold, and everything and whatnot. Yesterday, props, of course, with games just being all over the place, it was very much a mixing bag of results. So hopefully we can steer the ship straight. Definitely taking a chance tonight on some unders. If you guys are looking for that, check the link down in the description below. All right. So looking at it, of course, as always, injury report, we do have some news that we do have to pay attention to. Looking at it for the slate, Cleveland taking on Boston, LeVert, game time decision. I'm not too sure if he's actually going to play or not. We already know that Evan Mobley's going to be out. So Dean Wade, even with Dean Wade being inside the starting lineup, really for this team, it's Strus, it's Garland, it's Mitchell, and it's Jared Allen. That's where a lot of the offense is going to come from this team. Going up against Boston, who's a much better defensive team and who's not dealing with any injuries, everything. They got KP back last game. So very interesting to see how the Cavs do in this matchup and how they play tonight. Really kind of indifferent in regards to the Cavs. Not really tilting one way or another, but I do have Boston favored. I do agree with the spread. I do agree with the the money line in regards to Boston should definitely win, especially on home court. The Lakers taking on Dallas. We already know that Kyrie Irving is going to be out. We got a lot of game time decisions. Derrick Jones Jr. started off the game pretty hot in his 6-7 minutes that he played. Then of course got injured, did not come back. So Derrick Jones Jr. Toss up if he's going to actually be able to play today. Tim Hardaway Jr. was a late scratch yesterday, and then Luka, I think it's just precautionary in regards to his back contusion. Not too sure if he's going to be in or out, but if Luka was to miss, then we're going to see a lot of usage and everything for other guys like Dante Exum, Seth Curry, Jaden Hardy, those guys off the bench, Grant Williams, Derek Lively. Yeah, so kind of indifferent. These two guys were here. They're more of the low usage guys down here in these two. But really, Luka, that news is very important. I still do believe that LA coming in here, coming off that championship win, for them going in here, going up against Dallas, who's already shorthanded. I do believe that LA will come out with the win. I do have LA favored in this one. So I'm actually giving you guys some betting picks and whatnot. I'm going to keep track of this as well and try to review these in the review for the next day. But I do got the Lakers winning this one, of course, and like I said, Boston winning this one. Denver taking on the Bulls. Very interesting to note in regards to if Jamal Murray is going to play. I know he's coming back off the ankle sprain and whatnot, the soreness and whatever, but he has played about 3 or 4 games, if I'm not mistaken, so far already since being back. This will be the first back-to-back, so that is the question of whether or not will he play or not tonight. Not too sure. Definitely his toss up. And like I said, he's already played 3 games and he's been playing 29, 30 minutes in those games. So I'm not too sure exactly what they will do. Wasn't limited to anything yesterday. Haven't seen any reports or any update on that just yet. So definitely something to keep an eye on, whether or not if Jamal Murray is going to be out. If he's out, then we already know Reggie Jackson's going to slide to the starting lineup. He's a decent player right here, especially going up against the Bulls. And of course, the Joker is going to have a usage in the world, triple upside, so on and so forth. But right now, definitely just really got to keep an eye out on that. That is definitely some news that we want to have for the slate. Then over here for the Bulls, Zach LaVine, he's still going to be out. DeMar DeRozan, Kobe White been playing very good over the last couple of games. Vucevic, all those guys, they're good to go, good to play. Over here for the Warriors, Gary Payton still out. Chris Paul, he's good. He's playing tonight. For the Suns, pretty much Kevin Durant, Grayson Allen, 2 really important pieces for them are going to be out tonight. They will have Bradley Beal back. I haven't seen anything about him being on a minutes limit or anything like that, but Bradley Beal with that back, definitely going to be interesting to see how he plays. But we already know all the usage is going to go there for Booker. Very interesting and to see how the Suns play. Now that you got Beal back in the fold, hopefully they'll get KD back really soon and we can actually see this big 3 in action fully all together. And then for the Kings, they played last night, decent game. Starters really didn't have to play too much into the 4th quarter, so interesting to see how they're going to be playing on the back-to-back. The Clippers, I didn't expect them to have to play as deep and hard as they did going up against Portland last night. That was definitely a shocker, but of course, Kawhi, Paul George, you know, they pulled it out. They played some heavy minutes, so be interesting to see how they play. I know I normally do not attack these guys on back-to-backs because they have not performed the best on back-to-back. So really interesting to see how that is. They might get Bone Highland back. Mason Plumlee, he is already, you know, ruled out, of course. But Zubac, Terrence Mann, James Harden. This might be a Russell Westbrook game. We could look at Russ, the pace, and all those other things like that. But just something to keep an eye on and thought process. A lot of these teams, they are on back-to-backs that we have to worry about. All right, heading over to DraftKings. Site that I play the most on, the site that of course we're looking for to get that 100K takedown, looking to get at least a top 3, top 5 spot over here on DraftKings one of these days, and that's definitely going to come sooner rather than later. We're just going to keep on chasing it. So looking at the value that we could possibly have on today's slate, and I'm going to tell you right now, value today is ugly. Value today is far and in between, unless we get news that some of these guys are going to be ruled out. Of course, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, they're going to play. They've had these Q tags every single game, I want to say, probably since the start of the season. So they're going to be back. They're going to play. That not worried about that. But Luka, we do have to know if Luka's going to play, because if Luka is going to be out, then and we already know that Kyrie's out. Maybe if Tim misses, I definitely will have a lot of interest in Dante Exum, who we've seen has been playing very good over these last couple of games. 19, 27, 41, 35 fantasy points, playing some pretty heavy minutes over the last 2 games and has looked well. Can definitely go out there and score. Definitely has the upside in regards to being able to get some assists, can rebound. He's a big guard. He definitely go out there and do it. Play some time overseas. Has looked much better since he's been back. Derrick Jones Jr. airplane mode. If he's back, I really do actually like him. I liked him yesterday, and like I said, 6 minutes, 5 points, 3 blocks, 2 rebounds. I definitely would need him in regards to his length and size. Not like he's going to go out there and be a true difference maker against AD, but or LeBron, but still, the offensive upside that he brings in regards to his actual 3-point shooting, the cutting that he has, and everything is really going to be needed. If Tim Hardaway Jr., Luka, and Derrick Jones Jr., if they all miss, of course, we are going to have to look at, like I said, Dante Exum. We're going to have to look at Hardy, maybe a little bit of Seth Curry. That's not the prettiest thing in the world. Prosper, Lawson. These guys will be in contention and play, and that'll be probably where we're going to get our value on the slate, will be from Dallas if they're going to be out. Now, it's a 7:30 tip, one of the first games of the slate. We will have that news before it actually tips, so we'll know whether or not if they'll be in or not. So that's at least just a good thing in regards to that. Now, outside of that, I'll say if Derrick Jones Jr. was to miss over here for Dallas, and we get Grant Williams, I don't mind looking at Grant. I know he played 27 minutes last night. Oh, not last night. He played 27 minutes in the last game going against the Thunder, which was not the game they played last night, and gave 7.75 fantasy points. He's going to be available tonight. He didn't play. He missed the last 3 games, but hopefully he actually gets a start. If he's there, he's good. They're going to need him. Either way, they're going to need him. What he could bring actually on the offensive side, the defensive side, all that good stuff going up against the Lakers. He is, of course, a shorter power forward, but still definitely has the upside to get it going from outside. I don't mind looking at him as a possible play. Now, if all those guys were to miss, I will lean on the caution of this game more than likely blows out. For the Lakers, I look at the young guys. Cam Reddish will be a guy I'll have a lot of interest in. Max Christie will be another guy I will play for a blowout, because I do not see any way. And I know I normally don't like to play for blowouts. I don't see any way that the Dallas Mavericks will be able to keep contention with the Lakers, especially with Anthony Davis, especially with LeBron James, D'Lo with the way he's been playing, Austin Reeves, who's found the fountain of youth and actually been playing much better over the last couple of games. With all these guys clicking how they are, I don't see how Dallas will be able to keep it, especially because they are very top heavy over there on Dallas. So with that being said, like I said, we will get a lot of value from this game if we get the correct news that we're looking for. Now, if you want to take a chance on a player last night, if you played him and he definitely burned you, you definitely look at Dean Wade sitting at 4-4. Like I said, he got in foul trouble last night, picked up 2 quick fouls real quick, but was able to come in, salvage the night, 29 minutes, went out there, 9 points, 3 steals, 6 rebounds, dropped 22.5 fantasy points. They're going to need him, the minutes and stuff that he can play. Of course, no Evan Mobley. Now, if they shake it up, you can definitely look to pivot off of Dean Wade and look towards Georges Niang. Niang, 22 minutes, 5 points, 5 fantasy points in the last game, but he went 0 of 5 from 3, 0 of 10 completely from the field. That has not been his thing. He has definitely been pretty consistent in regards to his scoring over the last several games, at least giving us some decent fantasy point production. I don't mind going right back to the well with him. He just had a very bad shooting night. Definitely has the upside to actually do a little bit of something if we actually want to go back there and test the waters there. Now, if you want to mess with another player, that's possible to have some upside depending on which way we feel the game goes, depending on if our starters are going to play. Like I said, Paul George, he played, 41 minutes last night. That's a lot of minutes for Paul George, especially going up against the freaking Portland Trail Blazers. Kawhi, 39 minutes. On back-to-backs, like I said, they really haven't done too hot on back-to-backs, but Terrence Mann at 4'9", I definitely will have to have a look at him. Starting shooting guard. Shooting guards has been a spot I have attacked going up against the Sacramento Kings. A decent position to spot, low usage player, but still, if he's actually able to go out there and get his couple shots that he's going to hit, do a little bit on the defensive side, get some assists, get some rebounds, he definitely can go out there and produce for you at 4'9". I definitely do need to find some value here on the slate, period. Like that's just the given. So like I said, value is very nasty. Not really a lot of value to look for on today's slate. Now, as far as the studs, if you can stomach it, if you think that Kawhi can actually go out here and have a pretty decent game, opposing power forwards going up against the Kings has been something to attack. I know Mikal Bridges last night didn't have the best game in the world, but Kawhi, he is the leader for this team, has looked pretty decent over his last several games. Again, like I said, I do tail on the side of caution whenever it comes to back-to-backs with Kawhi, with Paul George, just because they haven't shown the best history in the back-to-back. So definitely something you can consider. Probably will be lower owned, will be anything from this late night hammer. Anthony Davis to me will be the best play over here going up against the Dallas Mavericks. I don't see, they don't have anyone that can actually match with him. He should definitely be able to get lively in the foul trouble. Could see some trips to the free throw line for Anthony Davis. It might be a prop that you want to take advantage of right there for AD if he actually can get the whistle in the slate. If Luka is going to play, definitely, of course, you're going to have to go up there, pay up for Luka, 11-8, all the usage in the world, A, B, C, D, E, F, G option out there for Dallas Mavericks. So definitely Luka, always in contention. If Jamal Murray is going to go ahead and miss on tonight's slate, then, of course, the Joker, again, we've already seen it time and time again. He was dropping 80, 70, 60 bombs out there with no Jamal Murray. Will be another stud, another option that we're going to want to go to. Of course, we have to get the news in regards to some of these games right here in order for us to actually plan out how we want to attack the game as a whole altogether. Now, outside of that, some other plays you could probably, not even probably, just go ahead and take a chance on. Devin Booker coming off a rest, maybe can be lower owned in this Golden State game. Don't see too many people talking about him. Don't even see the ownership on him right now. He's looking at single-digit ownership, but in the games that he's played, he definitely has looked very good out there in his games. Pretty much playing that point guard role. Even with Beal being back, he will be the point guard out there. So assist upside will be there. His potential assist is up there actually in the league. So definitely don't mind looking at D-Book. The scoring will be there, assists, rebounding, all that stuff. He's pretty much an offensive load out there for them. I don't mind going down right there to him. And then if you want to mess with it, piggyback, go to the other side. Steph Curry, don't mind looking at him on the other side. And then a player that I'm going to tip my hat to, don't mind putting him into contention just because his prices come up quite a bit. But Kobe White has been playing very good since Zach LaVine's been down and out. Definitely feel like he's going to come back down maybe at some point, but going up against Denver Nuggets, if Jamal Murray's going to be out, I don't mind attacking with Kobe White. Played 45 minutes yesterday against Milwaukee. That game did go to overtime. If you can stomach that, definitely don't mind going to him as a possible play that you can go to. But outside of that, it's a pretty interesting slate. We definitely do have to get the news to break to understand exactly how we're going to build. I'm going to hold out on getting out my cheat sheet in regards to how everything goes for tonight's slate, just because it is, again, the NBA. We got to get this injury news. We got to know what's going to go on in regards to it. So if you guys are building, definitely don't build just yet. Get that news from these first two games, because this right here, these first two games, is where the value is going to be for us, especially from this Dallas and Lakers game. That is where a lot of the value will come from. And then, of course, if Jamal Murray is going to be out, then, of course, I kind of will want to actually prioritize the Joker, especially the Bulls have been playing a little bit much better at home and things of that nature. So definitely something to keep an eye on. definitely can backload with the Golden State and the Suns game, and the Sacramento Kings and the Clippers game. These two games look very good. Really high totals in them, 235 and 231. Two of the high total games on the slate, outside of everything else. So definitely some interest there in these two games. So hopefully you guys have a good day. Hopefully you guys do cash out. Check the props and everything. It is Taco Tuesday over on Price Picks. Check that stuff out. With that being said, it's your boys though. Peace.